So let's look at Mendelssohn's Scherzo's second violin part and how to use bow shaping. So just as in the first violin part, we're going to begin actually with an undershape, even though it's an up bow, because that gives us stability and it keeps us close to the string. So we've got this up bow undershape that takes us exactly where the 16ths want to start, where we can just use our standard under, over, under, over. And the end of that undershape creates that little space in the sound without me having to lift the bow. Measure 2, we've got our first string crossing. So we've got an undershape with a change in playing. So that undershape has to cross me straight over to the D. Then we're back to our under, over. If I don't change planes on that G, this is gonna just play on the E string level, and then there'll have to be some kind of clunk in here to get me across, or the elbow is gonna start to lift, or the wrist, or the fingers. But if I use the shaping, the string crossing is just built into the motion. So in the fourth bar, the string crossing is on the second B flat, not on the first one. So the first B flat is under, the second B flat goes over to get us to the G, and the G continues to get us to the D. So we've got undershape, overshape, change in plane, overshape, change in plane. Here it is again. Rather than extra movements again. So then we've got an under. Over here, we've got another overshape, which is going to take us to where the G is, and then the G is another over so we can get to the A. Undershape to the B, another under, under, over, under, just regular. Change in plane. Here's the next string crossing. There he is. And this one has to come back. There's the next one. Next one. Straight back. So sometimes the string crossings happen very, very quickly, side by side. So here we've got the B flat crossing to the F and then straight back again to the D flat. So this one's heading that way, straight back again. So sometimes we can get into a pattern of under, over, and everything's going along great. And then suddenly we can be thrown off. And usually when we get thrown off is when there is a string crossing and the bow shaping changes and we're not ready for it. So we've been going along a little bit later with this. Then suddenly we have a bar that's not that. And a lot happens in that bar. So we've got under here, over on the C, which takes us with a change in plane to the F, straight back to the C with an undershape and a change in plane, overshape straight back, undershape straight back, and then we can go on. So that measure again. That keeps the bow beautifully close to the string. And we keep going. This is another danger bar, simply because it's got the A in it. So just noticing actually where that A is, so we're not expecting to go the other way. There's another little spot like this just after letter C. So let's begin. Last note, first bar of letter C. We've got a little overshape, all normal, under, over, under, change in plane to get us to the B flat and back again. Change in plane if we shift here. If we come back to the D string on that note, this would be an overshape to take us to And then in this bar, we've got two little overs in the middle. We've got under change in plane to the C, over to get us back to the D string, another over, under. So the arm can swing very easily between the two strings. And then under, change in plane, C coming back, over shape, change in plane, straight back again. So let's have a look a little bit later where we've got a sort of alarm bar. So we've got this going on, as we just did. Then what happens is the body gets into a little rhythm on those repeated bars, and then the third one, the B flat's going somewhere different. So here's our pattern. We're quite happy here. Two overs. Then this B flat isn't crossing. He's a regular under. The C is crossing. There he is, changing plane. Same thing. I'm back into that pattern of two overs. Different bar. Here's the alarm bar. Under, over. Now I'm crossing off the C. Crossing again. Then we're back. So if we're not aware of those little sort of alarm measures where something different is happening on a same bunch or a similar bunch of notes, the arm's going to stay in that automatic mode. And that's where we can be going along totally fine and then suddenly find the arm spiraling off.